I don't like where this is going. Stop! Stop! No, 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 no. Please, Larry, you don't understand. You don't know what you're doing here.
Why, hello there, everybody. Welcome to another episode of ShadowEye. Wait a minute. ShadowEye? ShadowEye?
Wait. What is ShadowEye?
Holy fuck! ShadowEye? I forgot about that. I feel like I've neglected this show, everybody. Look. Listen. It was not intentional, okay? I promise. It wasn't. Things got in the way and there was nothing to talk about. But I'm like, you know what? I'm back. ShadowEye is back. It's finally and we're breathing new life into it, okay? We have a little baggie for it and we're giving it some air. So you know what? ShadowEye is back. It's barely alive. And yes, we're reviewing something today. Holy shit, a review stream? That's never been done before. So you know what? We're back with ShadowEye. We're welcoming Ninjroid243. Hashtag release the Ninjroid cuts. How are you, sir?
I'm doing very, very good for the most part.
That is some good stuff. And you may be wondering, what are we reviewing today? Well, there is no review. ShadowEye, this is just a joke. Good night, everybody. Nah, just kidding.
Man.
We are reviewing something. We are reviewing something today, something I don't want to review. We are reviewing Army of the Dead.
No, it's
Released...
Army of the Trash.
You're right, it is Army of the Trash. But hang on, we got a couple comments from Dylan's Little Hobbies. What's up, Dylan? He's snoring away. Greg, glad to see that ShadowEye is doing really nicely with that. We got Poe in the house. What's up, Poe? But
hey,
yes, we are reviewing Army of the Dead for the first ShadowEye in... Hang on, now I gotta check and see how long has it been since I've done a ShadowEye. Here, we're gonna go...
be at least maybe 2 months.
Oh gosh, let's see here. We gotta go all the way back. Going all the way down through the streets. Oh wow, there's a lot. Oh wow, there's a ton. Okay, wow. I think it's like 3 months ago, which...
Haha.
Yeah, that's bad. Oh wait, sorry, last time I checked, it was 3 months ago, so yes.
No.
It's been a while.
God darn it.
Shit.
So super close.
Well, we got a lot to catch up on. So, you know what, Ninjroid, you can start us off. Where can I find you at, good sir?
Alright, you guys can find me on my own YouTube channel, Ninjroid243, where, yes, you guys do see it down below my name. Hashtag release the Ninjroid cuts, where my whole team and I are, proofreading and also working on my sequel trilogy cuts with writing, directing, visual effects shots, and tons more. And we're also doing Galactic Chat always at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time on Fridays. And you can always find me on Osinator's channel for many shows, most shows besides like a few. And also you can find me on JJ, aka Sith Lord, where basically I do the roundtable with them for Chaos List. So yeah. I meant, no, not Chaos. Chaos Central. Sorry, my bad. Yeah. And, yeah, that's really it.
Good stuff. No one cares about what I have to say. I mean, let's be honest. No one really does. But
yeah, nobody cares, Austin.
That's why I need you guys to do 2 things for me. Only 2 things. And if you do these 2 things for me, I'll be a happy guy. I'll be a happy Osinator. First thing, follow Chaos Central on Twitter. Yes, no. Chaos Central doesn't need that. Did you just say no?
Nope.
Why?
I said I did not say that.
You said no twice, so that means you technically didn't say anything.
Exactly.
So you know what? Here's their Twitter. We're gonna put it in the chat. Here, this is Chaos Central's Twitter, right there.
Nope.
No.
Yeah, that's my Twitter.
Oh man, what do you mean it's your Twitter? You have a your Twitter is named Central Chaos.
Yes.
Right. And also, please go and subscribe to the Chaos Central YouTube page. I mean, come on, Chaos Central guys, a bunch of great stuff. We all love them over there, so you know what? Go give them a hand. All right, now without further ado, let us talk about Army of the Dead, which was directed by Zack Snyder. It was released on Netflix, and the basic story is it's a heist movie with zombies. It's a zombie apocalypse in a heist movie.
No,
so
it's a trash heist movie. All about pieces of trash coming after them.
Well, we'll start off. We're gonna kind of do it kind of like how Danny did his roundtable. I'll just be like, so Ninjoid, what is one word you could use to basically describe this movie?
Trash.
Trash. That's all you gotta say about it?
Yes.
Well, okay. Well, I was gonna use the not so kind term shit, but you know what? We'll go off with that. But anyway, so now let's get into the real meat and potatoes of this. Now, was this movie supposed to be a comedy? Because if it was, I did not laugh.
No.
Oh, it wasn't a comedy? Well then,
I hope it wasn't, because I did not laugh whatsoever in it. And then the jokes that they did do poured in horribly within the cut. And yeah.
It was just, I don't know what it was. So I'll kind of give my point of view first with this movie. I'm not a huge zombie goer, meaning like I'm not a huge fan of zombie related things. I like a couple of things, but other than that, zombie media is not for me. Meaning I don't go out of my way to watch a zombie film. I don't go out of my way to play like a zombie game. I don't go out of my way to watch a zombie show. I'm not like totally like obsessed with the zombie genre, if that makes any sense. Like I like a couple things. Like I like Dawn of the Dead, the most recent one where they were in the shopping mall. I liked Zombieland. I liked its sequel. Shaun of the Dead is really good. The Marvel Zombies comic line is my favorite comic line. One of my favorite zombie superhero comic lines, because it doesn't take the zombie thing seriously, and it's just kind of stupid. Now the DC zombie line was garbage. Let's be honest. So, it's just one of those things where I am not a zombie fan. So when I heard about Army of the Dead, I wasn't necessarily excited for it. I was just like, I mean, it sounds okay, I guess. Until I heard that it was directed by Zack Snyder, and I heard Batista was in it, and it was going to be like a different kind of zombie movie that we haven't seen before. At least I haven't seen. So I was intrigued. So for the first time in my life, I'm like, all right, I'm intrigued. I didn't get my hopes up because I was like, it's a zombie film. But when I saw this movie, the first problem I had with it was too damn long.
Exactly.
We got Furry Kitten in the house. What's up? You're a zombie grower, not a zombie goer. Pretty much, I would say. Like, I'm not a zombie fan, but I don't mind it as long as it's like certain things. I prefer it to be comedies, because that way it's not taking itself seriously. But
yeah,
to kind of go back to what I was saying, it's way too long for a zombie film.
Yep. Absolutely.
Like, 2 hours is is pushing it, but a 2.5 hour movie is ridiculous.
I would say an hour and a half.
I'd say hour and a half, hour 45, or hell, if you really need it to be, then yes, make it 2 hours. But this did not need to be nearly a 3 hour film. Like, this was
Also,
too long.
yeah, and with the running time, they could seriously cut out scenes of this movie, and we could just trim it down to like an hour and 45 minutes. Trim down to the better parts, even though all this is shit.
Exactly. And you know what? This movie is way too complicated.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they bring in time loops.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not kidding. They bring in time loops in this movie.
Mm-hmm. And it
It's
was
just
trash.
But before we get into the specifics of what we didn't like, you know what? We'll kind of do what Danny did. What did you like about this movie?
Me, I guess. What did I like of this movie? Okay, this actually could be a very easy answer. Nothing.
Really, nothing.
Okay, some shots were nice, but even the shots were messed up at times. And that's all I have to really say about it. Some ideas are cool that Snyder tried, but things were very poorly executed. And
Yeah.
and it was a little bit complicated between, oh, well, now there's two types of zombies. There's a zombie king, a zombie queen, this and that, blah, 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 blah. It's a heist movie. I'm sorry. I'm not even a zombie guy. I'm just like Austin, basically. I love Zombieland 1 and 2. And I loved Dawn of the Dead, actually. But I'm not even a horror guy. And I've seen those 3 movies. And I liked it because the Zombieland movies, they were just comedy. All right,
Yeah.
they did not take it seriously, and I'm actually good with horror movies that are just comedies. Like, to be honest, I'm hearing that. Like, I know a lot of people won't agree with this, but I know a YouTuber which actually says It Chapter 2 is a great movie because it's a comedy. In which I'm sorry, I have not seen any of the It movies, and I swear I will never. Just like Mr. Inator over here. But by the way, the biggest thing is that, yeah, I mean, like, some ideas are cool. The acting is fine, but very mediocre. And the actors did not give it their best.
Yeah. Furykin says, unless you're gonna fill it with funny zombie slapstick jokes like Day of the Dead or Living Dead, you need fast zombies like 28 Days Later. Okay, strictly not zombies. Yeah, essentially. Pretty much. I actually have a little bit more that I liked, but it's not a whole lot. There's a couple standout things. Like, I thought Batista was easily the best actor of the film. Like,
yeah,
I think
Batista is probably, like, to be honest, I don't really like the acting in this movie. And I know that's like, oh my god, how dare you, Ninja. I don't like the acting. Even from Batista at times, I don't like how he delivered those random jokes or anything like that. I know that's part of the writing and the script, but come on.
But I think out of everybody, I think Batista was probably the only one that really tried.
Yeah, you're right.
So I'll give Batista credit that he did try. Some of the action sequences were cool. I'll give it that. And there were some nice visuals. I would say the zombie tiger looked cool. Not gonna lie.
Yes. Absolutely.
And I think some of the zombie designs were cool. And I would even say like the opening where like you see the zombies like invade Las Vegas. I thought that was a cool sequence.
Mm.
Yeah,
it was fun.
But other than that, the main bulk of it, there's a shit ton of problems. Which
Exactly.
actually the first problem I had with the movie actually was at the beginning of it. Like the first maybe 5 minutes where you see like kind of the beginning of the zombie kind of outbreak is where it basically started. There was like a shipment, and then there was a couple who just got married, and the wife gave the new husband a I'm gonna have to go, like, she was kind of like eating his cucumber, and then they crashed coincidentally. Why was that the reason why it became a thing? That was not
Hey. Yeah.
like
Yeah.
what the fuck? Why? It couldn't have been a simple, oh shit, oh god, it's a virus, oh no. Or, oh shit, a vial, oh god, oh no, this is not good. Or if you're gonna do that, don't make it so fucking stupid. I mean, you have to agree with me on this, though. Like, it was fucking stupid.
I fully agree. For fuck's sake, I do.
It wasn't. It just didn't work.
Mm-hmm. And here's the funny thing: a lot of people are like defending this movie, and I'm just gonna say, this is like one of the most trashiest movies I've ever seen. I would put it. You know what? I much actually rather watch Fan Four Stick than this shit. Because at least Fan Four Stick, no, Austin, listen to me. The actors were actually good in that movie. It was that they rushed everything at the very end. All right, like halfway through the movie, like the first half was really good, and then the second half killed it. Well, with this movie, I mean, like, yes, the Los Angeles scene was very interesting, but then as soon as they did that scene, the one that we're talking about, yeah, eating cucumber, huh? Yeah, fuck you, movie.
Yeah, like when I saw that, I was like, yeah, this movie's not going to be good, is it? Because I was already annoyed by that. And then this movie's editing is very choppy.
Exactly. And me as a editor, I've realized that so much. And I actually at first thought, yeah, this is just because I edit I edit the sequels now. That's why I'm realizing this. And it's like, no, Austin realized it. Kavari, which I don't know why he's not in the chat, probably busy, he realized it. So many people are realizing that. So I don't know why people are legit saying, well, this movie is super good. This movie's the best zombie movie. And then I'm just like, yeah, it's because you're a fan of Snyder. That's why you say that. All right. While with me, I'm judging it like this is probably the worst movie Snyder has done. Like, I am super shocked that I'm even saying that because, I mean, like, it's funny because he just came off, and yes, this is the only time I'm going to mention it in the stream because I'm sick and tired of talking about it. The Snyder Cut was arguably the best movie he's done. And then we get to this shit.
Exactly. And it's one of those things where it's a great idea. You can do a zombie heist movie, but the problem is it's really badly edited. It's too long. And to top it all off, it's overly complicated with so many plot lines. And it just doesn't work.
Also, the movie is shot at points very horribly. Like, the camera quality is horrible with some scenes. I mean, like, Austin, you even realized it. It was shit. I'm like, this is Zack Snyder. The guy who is a visualizer director. This is the guy who gave us Watchmen. This is the guy who gave us Superman's First Flight. This is the guy who gave us Darkseid's Look. You're telling me that this guy, and also he's the guy who brought the Trinity together.
That is true.
All right. And you're telling me this guy who did so perfectly, well, not perfectly, but he did craft like completely great visualized scenes of the DC expanded universe and also Watchmen. You're telling me that you have camera quality issues with a zombie movie. It's like, dude, you are a visualized director. I thought you would realize, well, we got to go back and reshoot that because it did not look that good. Because your main thing is always, needs to look good. Well, I'm sorry, but you fucking failed, buddy. At those scenes, like, I'm sorry. I'm disappointed in Snyder.
Mm-hmm.
That's what describes my mood with this movie. That's why I'm barely talking about it. And I might actually do a review on my channel as well, like a small 3-minute video on it. But all that I can say is the reason why I barely am talking about it is because it is shit. And I'm disappointed.
Yeah,
So,
I kind of second that. But first, Sour came in, just dropping in to say a quick hello to the lovely panelists in chat. Why, thank you, Sour. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
And have fun reviewing this amazing movie, you two.
Oh, yes.
It's such an amazing movie.
It is. It's the best movie, actually. Yes. Hashtag restore the zombieverse.
Restore the zombie first. Jesus Christ.
I think there is something like that. Restore the I don't know. The dead verse. I don't know.
Snyderverse, more like Snyder curse.
Yeah, I still have to clip that out, Ryan. I know Kavari wants that clipped out, and I will.
Alright, well, we're gonna have to get into the plot at some point. So basically, the basic plot is a zombie thing happened, and then, of course, there's this businessman who's like, oh, I want money, so he goes to Batista's like, hey, I want you to do a heist for me, and you gotta go into the zombie part of Las Vegas, and then Batista's like, well, I'll think about it, and then he's like, okay. And then he assembles a crew, and then and then they go into the zombie half because they have two halves, one with the uninfected, and then there's the other side with the infected, and the infected
so
side.
basically, can I explain this part?
Sure.
All right. So one side of the zombies, basically, they are super slow. They just move for example, this. All right. And then we have the jumpy zombies, and it's like, so yeah.
Oh, Dylan's gotta go. Well, take care, Dylan.
Take care, buddy.
Right. So can we also address the fucking zombie prince or zombie king or whatever the fuck he is? He has this helmet on, which I guess he's smart. So they kind of evolved. I'm like, how much time has passed?
I don't even know, and I don't think Snyder actually explains that.
So apparently, all these zombies have evolved to where the zombies themselves are. So apparently, there's the first zombie who's really fast, and he's I guess he's more intelligent. I guess if that zombie bites a person, then they become a super zombie, and then the other people become super zombies. I'm like, what? How does this make sense?
Yeah, and then you have the slow zombies, which are just we just walk. That's it.
But then how does that shit work? Why isn't everybody fast zombies?
I don't know, because why can't a zombie just bite into another zombie? that bites into another zombie?
I don't know, because that makes too much fucking sense. So we get the stupid fucking zombie king. And then, of course, the zombie king's got to have a zombie queen. Which then reveal that apparently those two fuck, apparently.
So then now, guys, so zombies are now horny. Zombies actually do porn reviews. Speaking of which, with porn reviews, Austin, when are you releasing the porn review?
It's never gonna happen.
Oh man, bro, come on.
I'm never doing it.
Hashtag release the porn review. Hashtag release the porn review, indeed. But anyway, it's now, yes, now there can be zombie babies, so.
Yeah, and I'm like,
Woohoo!
you mean to fucking tell? Oh god, dude, this movie pisses me off because like it makes no fucking sense.
It's like, dude.
Because technically, it's impossible.
It is impossible because they're all dead. For crying out loud.
And
I'm
so
sorry.
so Batista assembles like his team or whatever, and then like there's his daughter character who's like, oh well, the mother of these kids kind of so she kind of went into the zombie part and she didn't come back or whatever, and they need to go get her back. And I'm just like, okay, well, sure, that's fine. And then to kind of spoil the ending, which I don't think anybody cares at this point.
Not yet because it's trash.
They save the mom, but then the mom fucking dies.
Yeah.
So then that begs the question, what the fuck was the point?
There is none. Buddy,
There's no fucking point at all.
This isn't progressing the characters. This isn't doing anything to the characters. This isn't like, oh yeah, failure and everything. We must learn from failure. No. No, this isn't that at all. The mom legit fucking dies.
Oh, and you know what? To kind of bring up something I said earlier. So they had the brilliant fucking idea, okay, to divide Las Vegas of zombies and normal people. Okay, so what about the other places in the fucking world?
Yeah, that's exactly.
Why are all the zombies in Las Vegas? Why aren't they going anywhere else?
Exactly.
Do they just like to gamble? Do they just like to fucking play craps?
You're telling me that the zombies are only in Las Vegas, but then they can't just explore.
Like, you mean to tell me they like playing those casino games? It's like, so already that makes no fucking sense. And then to top it all off, if they don't get it via a certain time, then there's going to be a huge explosion that's going to kill the zombies and everybody else. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, like, see, that's the thing. I don't understand this movie. This movie is complicated, and this movie deserves to go into the trash compactor, or, in your case, the Jello.
Oh, and speaking of fucking complicated, so they bring in plot points that have nothing to fucking do with the movie. They're just like, oh, well, we kind of have to put it in here just so we can pad out this 2.5 hour fucking movie. So,
yes, as well as jokes.
That too, that was bad. We got the Wake Down. What's going on? What's going on? Wake Down. What's going on, Kavari? I'm sorry if I come off as angry, but this shit's pissing me off.
No, Kavari. Kavari knows us so well with the
myth of the Earth, Mother. So, true.
All right.
How should we have to be to transport high level? Yeah, it's
exactly.
The concept of the mall was to mirror this automatic nature of it and switch out brainless natures. True. It does make sense, but still, it makes no fucking sense. I don't understand why they wouldn't just fucking invade everything else.
Rant, 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 and rant.
Oh gosh. So one of the plot lines in the movie was like, so Batista's character, and then there was like the female character. I don't even know what her name was.
Oh, I
Was
forget as well.
was it Maria?
I totally forget. I forget.
Hang on, let me look this up because now I have to check because I swear to God it has to be. So apparently, him and the female character were together, but then they couldn't be together because of reasons.
Yeah, it just did not make sense.
And then she's like, "Oh, but we should get back together now." And then he's like, "Okay." And then one of the fucking zombies kills the fucking. So from what I'm reading, it's Maria. So So Maria dies. So that doesn't fucking go anywhere. That makes no sense. And then they bring in the concept of fucking time loops.
Yes.
What the fuck is Zack Snyder's fucking obsession with like time travel and time loops and fucking whatever it has to do with time? What's his obsession with it?
I don't know. But he is obsessed with it. As well as Zack Snyder himself wrote the script, right?
From what I've read, he screenplay by Zack Snyder, Shay Hatton, and Joby Harold.
Okay, well, Zack Snyder did it. And let me tell you, it kind of feels like Zack Snyder as well. Because,
And the entire story was done by Zack Snyder.
yeah, exactly. Where, here's the other thing, which I'm also going to bring this up. Zack Snyder used to team up with good co-writers, and he also gave scripts, like, sure, you could still realize there are some scenes that he himself actually wrote, such as the Martha scene in BVS. But there are also, for the most part, that whole script was written by Chris Terrio. And Justice League was written by Chris Terrio. Yes, says C. Zack Snyder does not know how to write. That is my point right there. And I'm sorry, but if you really want to be a good director, as great as the other legends themselves, you gotta tell a great story. You gotta know how to explore upon your universe. You could make it even a stupid ass story. Like, this sounds like a very cool, interesting story, and it could absolutely work. But this movie does not work because it was written so horribly. And I blame Snyder because Snyder was the one who came up with the idea, and he also wrote it. And the dialogue itself, you could even tell he wrote most of it. And the complete story was by him. No one supervised him. This was his own film, and good to you, buddy. But this movie just does not work, and people are going to be very displeased with this movie, and people will realize that this is really how Zack Snyder does his movies when he doesn't have a good co-writer, for the most part. Now, I'm not saying I hate Zack Snyder, but he has to progress as a writer.
Yeah, he does. And let me fucking tell you, it's just this movie makes no sense. I had no clue what was going on. And so to give you an idea of the characters, because these characters are fucking forgettable, let me tell you.
Exactly.
What's up,
Another
EJ?
bad,
Good to see ya.
another bad example of fucking storytelling.
If you have male and females on it, this means you'll probably have zombie hooker. Yeah, that's pos that too.
Zombie strippers.
True. Um, a lot these characters are so bland and so utterly forgettable. It's so like Kate's kind of like, oh, she wants to help people. I didn't like it. I
No,
know
I
Ninja don't
hated it.
like it. A
Oh
lot
yeah,
of, I mean,
trash.
it depends on what your point of view is, EJ. I think you might like it, but if you listen to our review from beginning to end, you might not like it because we bring up a lot of good points. It's overly complicated, it's too long, and it's
Shot
badly written.
horribly at points, and yes, written.
Oh, yeah, Kavari makes a good fucking point. Zombies taking naps during the day? What are they, fucking vampires? So does that
Oh my
mean all
god.
we can do to win is fucking just bring out cloves of garlic around and just be like, here you go, zombies.
And then it makes the characters sneak super easily. They just have to sneak during the day. That's it. They gotta do their thing during the day. It's that simple without waking them up. It's like God fucking this movie's bad.
They do take naps, and so it's like during towards the beginning of the heist, and they're kind of sneaking around or whatever. Oh gosh. Okay, so then all the zombies are like in like it's so fucking confusing. So yeah, it makes no fucking sense. They're taking naps and they get woken up, and then one of the people dies because of there's like this other guy who's working for the very douchey rich guy, and he's like, yeah, who gives a fuck?
Mhm.
And then the character dies, and so the other fucking thing was the fucking douchey rich guy doesn't give a fuck about the vault. He doesn't care about the money, which, yeah, that, by the way, that's the heist, by the way, is the vault full of money. They then proceed to, it's because they want one of the fucking zombie heads to create a zombie army.
Mhm.
Like, that fucking worked the last time.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
are people in this movie fucking stupid? Well, actually, yes. Yes, they are
Yes.
stupid. And
Didn't you know
then
that,
fucking Batista wants to open up a food truck.
Yes.
What
That's
was
what I
the
meant with
reason for that?
jokes. Because they need to insert comedy because you know how Zombieland is very comedic and the other movies as well are somewhat comedic. Well, guess what? This movie needs to have forced comedy, and it's perfect. No, it's not. It's shit.
Kavari says, Nindroid every scene looks like it was auto off focus. Why?
Uh, yeah, I don't know. I don't even know, bro.
And he just says, I mean, the worst movie I saw this year was Mortal Kombat with Cole Young. Oh my gosh, those big dumpster fire.
Well, this is even worse than that.
I have not seen Mortal Kombat because I never got a chance to see it. But
Okay, at least Scorpion and Sub-Zero fights at the end. Alright, that fight is already 10 times, no, 100 times better than this entire freaking movie.
it is. It's fucking It's horrendous. Zombies are in place, but they do not rest. That is the threat. You sleep, they don't. Exactly. And you know what? Another fucking problem is the entirety of this film. It's like there's so many. There's just it's so fucking long. I know I keep complaining about it, but holy shit, it's 2.5 hours. Why is a zombie movie 2.5 hours? That's ridiculous. Does Zack Snyder not know how to do a fucking movie that's not over fucking 2 hours? Like, Jesus, Zack. You made a 4-hour movie. Ain't that good enough? Why does he gotta make a 2.5 hour zombie movie? He doesn't need it. Oh my god, my fucking rage, man. This movie drives me insane. So, I don't even think I can even. Oh god, we're gonna have to talk about the ending because even the ending makes no fucking sense. So, other than the action, the really so Batista and his daughter like are trying to reconcile because during the beginning of the movie, Batista basically kills the Oh god, he kills the fuck. He kills like his wife because she's a zombie, and so he's trying to reconcile with his daughter, which is why the fucking and that's why the entire like movie is kind of him trying to reconcile with his daughter, which is what where the food truck came about, which was that was stupid, and then you had the fucking really really stupid. So okay, you had the guy. Um, fuck, his name was no, his name was Ludwig, and he was like the safe cracker, and he just kind of he was fine, I guess, but then he just it's bad. It's like it. He really was a forgettable character. Like Vanderhoof was cool, and oh, we'll talk about him at the end because let me fucking tell you that pissed me off. Um, oh gosh, um, we had Marianne. She's basically a character where she's like the pilot. She actually basically everybody dies. That's the ending. Everyone dies. Um, everyone and Nidwood, you can second me on that. Everyone basically fucking dies.
Everyone does die. That
So,
is known for a fact.
To give you the basic, so they get the money, and then one of the guys like turns on them, or like no, the zombies come in because then like one of the girls like killed the zombie queen by smashing her head. She threw basically the zombie queen's head off a fucking roof, which then it squished, and then next thing you know, the zombie king's pissed. So then like everyone basically dies in that scene. Vanderhoof basically fucking like gets thrown into the safe by the safe cracker, which then proceeds to then have a really stupid fucking ending. The characters are just oh god, so they die. Kate's basically like, oh, I gotta save the mother, and Batista's like, no. She escapes to do so. The guy who had the zombie end died because the zombie tiger. Yes, there are zombie tigers in this movie, which sadly, the zombie tiger is probably one of the best characters in the film because it doesn't talk. It's just a fucking tiger. But the tiger, basically eats the guy, and then Batista goes and tries to save the daughter, and then he saves the daughter, and the mom, but the zombie king catches up. Then they fight on the plane, and then the zombie king bites Batista, and then the pilot dies, and then the thing goes off, and then basically then Batista starts to turn into a zombie, and then we get the fucking emotional scene with him and his daughter, even though it came way too fucking late. And of course, Batista had to die because fuck everyone and fuck a sequel. So Batista's dead, the daughter's alive, but she's mentally scarred because she had to kill her father. And you think that's the end, right? Oh, everything's mighty dandy. Well, no, Vanderhoof is still alive because the safe saved them. And so he rents out a private plane. He fucking so he's like eating stuff on the plane. He gets sick, and then it's revealed that nope, he's actually fucking bitten, even though we never saw him get bit. So you know what? This movie just sucks. It sucks. It's stupid.
Exactly. That is exactly what it is.
Like
it's
Ninja,
just stupid.
Did you see him get bit?
Thing. Yeah.
Did you see the guy that went into the safe get bit?
Austin, you're fully right.
And if he was bit, why was he already a fucking zombie?
Exactly.
That's the fucking question I would like to know. When did he get bit? Did he get bit before he fucking like went into the plane?
Exactly. Just keep on spinning facts, buddy.
And then the film ends.
EJ, buddy. I would actually watch season 4 over this movie.
I would rather watch season 4 too, and I even don't think season 4 is that bad. This movie is a nonsensical piece of garbage.
Yeah, it is. It is that bad.
It doesn't make sense. The ending makes no fucking sense because it's setting up a sequel that I don't even fucking want.
I don't want to watch it either.
Vanderhoof carrying that sword around in every scene, never uses it. Yeah, exactly. This movie makes no fucking sense.
It's just bad.
What's the sequel going to be about? Time Loops? Is Time Loops gonna be the fucking sequel? Oh my god. This shit. Oh my god. It is horrible. It's fucking horrible. I am telling you, it is bad. This movie pisses me off so bad. I would rather watch Spider-Man 3. It's that bad.
Yes, EJ, that's actually a hard one to answer, but
No,
here's the thing.
Ninjago season 7. Because this movie is too goddamn long.
But you gotta remember Ninjago season 7 is also like 5 hours long.
Yeah, but see, at least there, I can watch it. You know, it doesn't even have to be a sitting. I could literally take a break. I could watch something else. This is 2.5 hours straight.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right.
movie.
You're right. No, you're right. Yeah, Ninjago season 7's better. Well, because first episode actually rocked.
That is true. This entire fucking movie is shit. And at
And
least it has a.
Yeah.
It's like season 7 has a decent story. It's not
No.
good.
No. Story's bad even too, but at least Lloyd was on point. As long as Lloyd and the first episode was good, I'll take that over this piece of shit.
So, to give you kind of an idea of the future of said show or said movie, they're going to make a prequel movie. I am not kidding. They are going to make a fucking prequel film. What the fuck? A prequel movie? Why the fuck are we going to have a prequel movie? We already know what happens. And then, to top it all off, we're getting a fucking animated show called Army of the Dead Las Vegas. I would like your comments on this, Ninjoid. What do you think about a potential prequel and an animated show, but a potential sequel?
It's bad. Here, I gotta type in the private chat for something. All right, Austin.
Okay. It's a better comparison. Now would be a good time to play that sour clip. But this entire movie is bad. It's fucking bad, man. It is not good, and Ninjoid had to leave for a bit. I don't know if he's coming back. This movie, it's so bad. I don't want a sequel. I don't want any prequels. I don't want a sequel. It's bad. It's not good whatsoever. And you know what? I'm going to ask someone to come on because you know what? I think this person wants to shit on this movie as much as I do because I've already made my points known. I've talked about this movie for 40 minutes. I've told you the basic story of the film. I told you everything. If I forgot something, well, good. I'm glad. Oh man, it's not good. Oh gosh, it's bad. Yeah, prequel. Yeah, it is unnecessary. It's fucking. It really is unnecessary. It ain't needed. It's about to ruin it. Yeah, I think he is. You know what? I'm sending a link in our private chat. Oh, you know what? He is coming on, and you know I'll send in the private chat in our private chat too. You know what? I'll do that too because you know it's the last few minutes. We're gonna this entire stream this movie pisses me off. At least I have to make in its shit. I'll put the work in to make it a lot better than the previous version, but that's how much true. Is the prequel just to get the zombie actors to be allowed to act, also fluff out? I don't even want fucking more spin-offs. I don't want to see spin-offs. I don't want to see prequels. I don't want to see sequels. This entire fucking franchise sucks. When your first movie is bad, your entire franchise pisses me off so much. Oh gosh. Oh man. Oh wow. My fucking head, man. Oh shit, we got Zack Snyder in the house. How's it going, Zach? Oh man. Zach, I would like to ask you a question. Oh shit, we got Zack Snyder in the house. How's it going, Zach?
Let me just say, I'm a great filmmaker. This is a great movie.
Zach, I would like to ask Oh, really? Zach,
Go ahead.
what kind of drugs were you smoking?
Let me just say, I'm a great filmmaker. This is a great movie.
Oh, really? Zach,
Go ahead.
what kind of drugs were you smoking? Oh gosh, it's bad. It's really bad.
Yeah, it is a terrible movie, bro. It is. What's the point of Safecracker? I mean,
Exactly.
all they had to do was get the code from the casino owner, and they could have easily took the money out of the safe.
Exactly, and they could have easily. I think they could have even blown it up too.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Unless they maybe explained earlier on in the film that maybe it wasn't the case.
I mean, once again, it goes to poorly writing and just a terrible idea.
It is like a zombie heist movie can work, but it has to be a simple movie. It cannot be overly complicated with time loops, fucking zombie kings, zombie tigers, zombie horses, which, yes, they have zombie horses, by the way. It's almost like, I don't even know. It's like, it just makes no sense.
Yeah, it doesn't. And it goes back to the type of filmmaker Zack Snyder is.
And you know what? Zack Snyder's probably like, oh, this movie was the best movie I've ever made. You know, you don't like it? Oh, well.
Yeah. I mean, Zack only cares about the style of the movie, the visuals, the CGI, but he keeps leaving out the stories. And if you don't have a good story, it doesn't go well with the visuals. Simple as that.
Exactly. It's just, a lot of it makes no sense. If the story was simple, it was like an hour and 40 minutes, I'd say, you know what? It's not bad. It's it's just a Netflix zombie movie.
There was no need for this movie to be over 2 hours.
No. The fact it was over 2 hours already docked at a point because I'm like, why is it this long? It's padded out with stupid bullshit. And honestly, it doesn't work.
I agree, it doesn't.
It's literally the simplest idea ever, and he fucked it up. It's like, literally, you could have just said, hey, look, let's just get a simple fucking movie. Here's your simple movie. Do the visuals. That's all you gotta do.
Yeah, I mean, this only proves Zack Snyder should direct, not write.
Exactly. Because he did the screenplay.
He did.
And he did the story. So therefore, yeah, he's the one to blame for this.
Of course, 100%.
I mean, don't get me wrong, there's two other writers.
Yeah.
But Zack Snyder did the story, and he also wrote the screenplay as well. And he directed, and I believe he also produced. Oh, well, he also produced. He did the cinematography. So, to be fair, all of the blame goes to Zack Snyder. He had the bulk majority in production.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny because he made an amazing zombie movie back in the day, which is Dawn of the Dead, which is a great zombie movie.
Exactly. And it has practically the same plot.
It does.
I mean, it's entirely different, but it's just so it's so simple. It's just one of those things where it makes no sense, and it's I'm gonna use this example because this actually just go with me here. It's kind of like Mass Effect Andromeda. It's you already had your trilogy, okay, great. Then they're trying to start up something new. And Mass Effect Andromeda is practically the same fucking thing as Mass Effect 1, except it's not good. It's an example like that, where Army of the Dead, you practically have you could have just had a Dawn of the Dead like movie and make it a heist film.
Yeah, I mean, it goes back to the saying, if he ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly. And even if it's predictable, I mean, a zombie movie is going to be predictable anyway. A bunch of people die, zombies. It's like, if you want to make it an action film, you can make it an action movie. I mean, why wouldn't you not do a zombie action film? And that's actually what this movie needed, is that it needed a shit ton more action.
Yeah, I agree.
This movie is fucking focusing more on food trucks, time loops, and everything in between, to where it sucks. And I'm sorry to say, but this might be the worst movie of 2021.
Yeah.
And that's already saying a lot, because I know a lot of people are saying Mortal Kombat is trash. I know I'm hearing a lot of people say a lot of these other movies are trash, but this one might be the worst. I haven't seen any of those films yet. I will eventually. But I gotta say, this has to be probably the worst film I've watched in 2021.
That's what I said. I said the same thing. This is the worst movie I've seen since 2021.
And it might go down that way, because unless something worse comes out.
And why is Netflix spinning out so much series based on this movie? This one movie. Like, why?
It's like they announced a prequel film. They announced a prequel series, which is going to be like an animated series, and then they're going to do a sequel.
The characters are so poorly written in this one. I can't wait to see the prequel, bro.
They better have a good the prequel better fucking wow me, because if it does, which I don't even know if I'm going to watch it. I probably won't.
I'll probably watch it to laugh at it.
I mean, if it comes out all at once, I might binge it, but I am not watching it if it's going to come out weekly. Because let me fucking tell you, this movie sucks so bad. I'm not excited for anything out of this franchise if they're even going to go down this road. And if you guys want to know my final grade, I'm considering an F.
Yeah. F minus. Fuck this movie, man.
Because my original grade when I first watched it was a D minus. I said there were decent things in it that save it, but I actually think that after really talking about it, it's got to be an F. It's horribly done. It's horribly written, horribly directed. There's nothing really remarkably amazing that saves it. It's like there may be some decent action sequences, some decent, like, the visuals are fine, and then some of the acting's decent. But other than that, if your story is bad, the movie's bad overall.
I mean, the best part of this movie was the zombie tiger. That was cool to see.
You know what? The zombie tiger is the best character. You're right. It is the best character in the film. Because you barely saw it, and it's just a fucking tiger, except it's a zombie tiger. But man, it was bad. It was fucking terrible.
Yeah, this is not a good look for Zack Snyder.
No.
I mean, I know some people love this movie. It's like the best thing since sliced bread.
which I don't know how, because like I understand there's a Snyder bias with them, but it's like, can they please fucking like look at this movie fairly?
They can't.
Because I'm sorry to say, I don't mind Zack Snyder, but even I will call him out on bullshit when it's needed. This is the thing I'm going to call him out on. This is horrible.
Yeah. Terrible movie.
And there's probably a shit ton of other people that agree. Because I know there's also a bunch of people that said, it's okay. There's some people like, oh, it's great. I'm in the fucking majority or minority, depending on where, what people think, that it's a horribly made film.
It is. It is. I agree.
It's just, I really don't want to keep reiterating what I've been saying, but it's too long. The visuals are just, they're fine. It's too long. The story's a mess, overcomplicated. A lot of it could be cut out. The movie doesn't work. And you know what? Maybe we'll get a Snyder cut of this one and it'll be 5 hours.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I would like someone to make a fan cut of this movie where it's an hour and 40 minutes.
Yeah.
And there might be things I didn't even acknowledge. But you know what? This movie's so bad, I'm not even going to go into it. Because
There's so much to complain about this movie, bro.
And I think I complained about all of it. Except there might have been a few things I didn't touch on. Like, I know I didn't touch on the characters a lot. But there's nothing to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, they're just there to stand in the scene. And they have terrible dialogue. It's one of the worst dialogue I've ever seen, bro. It's just awful.
It just doesn't work. It's bad. Oh, man, I don't even it's an F. I can't. I will refuse. I don't even want. If they do a sequel, I'll probably watch it and I'll review it to shit on it. Or I may not, because I'm not even gonna give him the fucking satisfaction of it. The only reason why I did the review of this is because it was so bad I had to review it.
You had to, yeah.
And I'm one of those people that actually, I thought the Snyder Cut was a good movie. But you know what? I'm gonna say this right now, and it might be controversial to some people. But yes, Zack Snyder is an overrated writer and director.
He is, I agree with that. But people keep treating him as he's Steven Spielberg. Like, why?
And I'm not saying Zack Snyder's not put out good things, because he has.
He has.
He ain't fucking like the greatest filmmaker ever. Like, let's compare him to George Lucas. George Lucas fucking beats out Zack Snyder by a mile.
Agreed.
And Steven Spielberg, way better.
Way much better.
Because what has Zack Snyder really done to really impress?
Zack Snyder hasn't made a good movie since Man of Steel. I'm sorry, it is just true. I'm not a fan of BVS, I'm not a fan of his Justice League, and I'm not a fan of Army of the Dead.
Yeah, and to be quite honest with you, I might agree with that, because I enjoyed Man of Steel, and I'll be honest, I enjoyed the Snyder Cut. However, I did not enjoy Army of the Dead. It's like Watchmen 300, Man of Steel, Dawn of the Dead, those were great films for the most part. But in order for Zack Snyder to be great, he needs to have someone writing something for him.
Yeah. I mean, Sucker Punch is probably one of the worst movies he made.
And you know what? You want to know why Watchmen was so good? Was because all he had to do was take shit from the comic and actually just put it in the script. Like, he had the source material there.
Yeah, it was perfect. All they did was copy and paste.
Exactly. And it's like, oh, dude, it's like Zack Snyder. It's like he's one of those people I don't like talking about.
I mean, I compare him a lot to Michael Bay, and I know people are like, dude, like, he's not that bad. But,
I mean, I would say Snyder's better than Michael Bay because Michael Bay has not released anything good longer than Snyder. Because, I mean, let's face it, Michael Bay ruined Transformers,
he
and
did.
and to be fair, Michael Bay did ruin a ton more franchises more than Zack Snyder. Because, yeah, you could maybe argue that Zack Snyder ruined the DCEU. Michael Bay ruined Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He ruined Transformers. He ruined a lot of horror franchises with Platinum Dunes. He's Michael. It's just like I can't really say that's. It's like one of those things where I think Zack is better than Michael Bay, but Zack Snyder is not better than a George Lucas or a Steven Spielberg or a. It's like all these great directors and producers. Like he can't match up. And that's why I believe, to a degree, Zack Snyder needs more people to actually write shit for him. So that is all I am going to say on this because we did go out over the hour mark and we are going to wrap it up. I thought Ninjoid would be back by now, but that's okay. So I'm going to thank everybody in chat. I'm going to go through a few more things before we wrap up. At least they didn't sparkle. This is when the old 80-ish minute limitation of filmmakers was an advantage. Overrated. Quick passing by pearls. Oh, wait, false alarm. Since Watchmen even. He had Alan Moore as a source. How could he go wrong? Bay's eye candy fluff. Snyder has visions. It seems like he's in a rut. Probably. I'm going to thank everybody in the chat. Again, I want to thank Fury Kitten. I want to thank EJ Kavari. I want to thank Sour was here too. Poe, Wake Down. Everybody and Dylan, all of you guys were in here. Thank you all so much. With that being said, subscribe to Ninjoid, follow him on his social media, which is Ninjoid243, and follow my stuff, my channel. Find me on other channels like the Real View 3000, Chaos Central, JJ, Support 3827, Nick Weiser, sometimes on Just Normie's channel, who, all that stuff. Thank you, Kavari. I appreciate it. Good conversations, good talk. And you know what, guys? That wraps it up. So you know what, guys? I think this is a great episode of ShadowEye, and we're going to be back next Sunday. We're probably going to be talking about something better because this movie sucked. Anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching. This is the Osnator. Oh, take care, Dylan. Take care, everybody. This is the Osnator, and Ninjoid and Kavari. When I just got back. It's all right, man. It's all right, man. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. This is the Osnator signing out. Take care, guys.